In the heart of the medieval city of Cuenca stands a monument of extraordinary cultural, architectural, and spiritual significance, the Cuenca Cathedral. One of the earliest Gothic cathedrals in Castile, it reflects over 8 centuries of continuous transformation, surviving war, collapse, and renewal. The cathedral's story begins in 1177 during the Christian reconquest of the Iberian Peninsula. After a 9-month siege, King Alfonso VIII of Castile conquered Cuenca from Moorish rule. In 1183, Cuenca was declared a diocese. The construction of the cathedral began soon after, built on the foundation of the city's former mosque. Queen Eleanor, the Plantagenet wife of Alfonso VIII and of Anglo-French heritage, introduced the Anglo-Norman Gothic style to Spain. Her influence led to the employment of French artisans and architects who shaped the cathedral's distinct architectural character. Construction began between 1182 and 1196. Though the precise year remains debated, the cathedral was consecrated in 1196 by Saint Julian of Cuenca, when only the chapel had been completed. The high altar was later consecrated in 1208. The cathedral originally featured Romanesque elements, including 5 staggered apses, a single transept, and 3 main naves. Gothic elements soon dominated the cathedral's design. The 13th century brought clerestory windows, sculpted angels, and an oculus. The Anglo-Norman influence is most visible in the 6-partite grid vaulting, a key feature of Northern European Gothic style. In the 15th century, the eastern end was expanded with a double ambulatory. The structure was continuously adapted, responding to changing architectural movements and the needs of the growing diocese. In the 16th century, architects Juan de Herrera and André de Vandelvira contributed to the cathedral's Renaissance transformation. One of the most notable work from this period is the Arco de Jamete, located at the entrance of the cloister. It is considered a masterpiece of Spanish Renaissance architecture. The cathedral structure was carefully preserved, even as styles evolved, allowing for a harmonious blend of Gothic and Renaissance elements. The 17th and 18th centuries introduced Baroque style elements, including the altar of Saint Julian, known as El Transparente, designed by Ventura Rodriguez. This altar was built to display the incorrupt remains of Saint Julian, illuminated by stained glass behind the altarpiece. The sculptures were created by Francisco Vergara. Marble work was completed by Blas de Renteria, and the bronze and iron railings were crafted by Pedro Lázaro and his collaborators. A second altar behind the main one allows Saint Julian's urn to be viewed from both sides. On April 13, 1902, a lightning strike caused the collapse of the Giraldo Tower, killing 4 people and destroying much of the cathedral's facade and stained glass. Reconstruction began under architect Vicente Lamperez, who rebuilt the facade in a Neo-Gothic style by 1910. The new stained glass windows were designed by modernist artists such as Gerardo Rueda and Gustavo Torner, bringing a vibrant and contemporary color palette to the cathedral's interior. The cathedral is dedicated to both the Virgin and Saint Julian, the city's patron saint. Several chapels are dedicated to him, and iconography throughout the cathedral depicts his life, including his charitable acts and his traditional wicker basket craftsmanship. Saint Julian's relics were moved several times throughout history. Although his original silver urn was destroyed during the Spanish Civil War, the transparent altar was designed to honor his presence in the cathedral. The cathedral's iconography includes mythical creatures, leaves, and animals unknown in Europe before 1492, like the pufferfish and armadillo. Architect Rodrigo de Luz suggested the cathedral may house the Holy Grail, interpreting symbolic details such as 12 angels and a smiling angel with a goblet as clues. Cuenca Cathedral stands timeless, yet how we see it changes with each generation. We were captivated by this historical photograph. A view capturing the cathedral's intricate facade from a specific angle in the Plaza Mayor decades ago. It's a glimpse into the past, showing the enduring presence of this magnificent structure. Inspired, we wanted to see if we could stand in the exact same spot today to connect across time and witness the view as the original photographer did. Our search for that precise vantage point began logically. At ground level, near the corner of City Hall facing the cathedral. We took a photo from there, but comparing it to the historical image, it was clear the original photographer had an advantage: height. Their lens captured the scene from significantly higher, likely a balcony on the second or third floor of one of those surrounding buildings. Unfortunately, access to those private properties wasn't possible for us. Determined to get as close as possible, we had to improvise. One of our team members carefully climbed the low wall here in the square, finding the highest, clearest angle available to capture this perspective. Side by side, these two photographs captured the dramatic transformation of the cathedral. The earlier facade is defined by elaborate ornamentation and vertically dominated by the Giraldo tower. In contrast, the current version is more subdued, with a focus on horizontal lines and modern interventions, the result of both tragedy and renewal. And now, look at this photo. The worn stone steps, the grand arches. It feels almost like stepping into a painting. Specifically, a Renaissance canvas. See how the light falls, shaping the forms just as the masters understood centuries ago. And the figures scattered across the steps, they aren't just tourists or passerby. In this light, on these timeless steps, they become part of a larger composition, echoing the crowds that gathered here through the ages. The Cathedral of Cuenca is more than a place of worship. It is a living chronicle of history, art, and belief, an enduring testament to Spain's layered cultural heritage. From Romanesque roots to Gothic heights, from Baroque splendor to modernist renewal, it remains one of Spain's most complete and original sacred spaces.